What if you had one more year being 16 again? What would you do? I lived in 3 different countries, traveled all around the world, and learned probably some of the most important lessons of my life. This is me at my 16th birthday, and at that point, I didn't really know anything was about to happen the next year. But all I knew was that I was going to New Zealand in less than 2 weeks. And then there I was, all by myself, without anyone or anything. I mean, that's not true. I had one packed up suitcase, but my first flight all by myself, and on my way to boarding school in New Zealand. I knew the town I was staying at. I've been there before. I lived there with my family. I've been to the primary school there, and I know the high school that I was about to go to, but I've always been with someone and never all by myself. So this was really exciting, but scary in another way as well. But it was amazing to reconnect with all of the people I met a few years earlier. I was welcomed in a wonderful way, and that was really important in some way, because without having the right people around you in boarding school, especially in this boarding school, I think it would have been pretty hard, because we had a curfew of 5 and our rooms were very small, so we really needed each other to stick together to, for example, go outside, because we were only allowed to go outside with the two of us. Oh, not the two of us, but like not alone. New Zealand is probably one of my biggest travel recommendations. So here I have some wonderful pictures of the landscape and nature and animals, basically everything. My time was about to end pretty quickly though, because I was only staying there until April, so a very short amount of time that I could really like settle in. But it was an amazing experience. But the thing is, I really felt home there. I had like a family in my boarding school, and everything was amazing. Like the places were familiar to me, so that's probably also why I felt home that quickly. But yeah, the thing about that is that then you have to leave, and you have to leave your home behind, and then you'll always have kind of two homes, which is kind of painful, but also a kind of worth the price to pay, I guess. And then suddenly I was back in Germany, the country I lived in most of my life, and yeah, where my family was waiting for me. After meeting a lot of my teachers again, my friends, and everyone else, I visited my brother in Hamburg. He was living there at this time. It was a pretty cool experience to visit my brother like that. One recommendation at that point, if you're being in Hamburg, then go to the chocolate museum, because you can try so many different kinds of chocolate and even make your own one. It's not an ad, by the way, but it's just good, you know, and the people are really nice. Then when summer started to begin, my mom and I went to Mallorca to a family celebration, and at that point, please do not travel that far with an airplane if it's not an like important reason, you know, if it's not reasonable, because you know the climate change, environmentally friendly. Yeah, so yeah, please don't do that. But it was very, very nice. It was a really fun short trip. After that, my friends and I were just hanging out a lot, and summer break finally started, which meant no school stress anymore. During this time, I also went to the opera in Bayreuth, which was really interesting. It was my second time being there. For everyone who knows, I was in Tannhäuser. It was pretty cool. And yeah, it's an experience, you know? You have to really prepare for it, I would say, or you have to really get your mind into it. But it's interesting to also be around different people you're normally not, especially I would say my age. We're mostly more adults and maybe even elderly people, but that's really cool. And just yeah, talking to some of them in the breaks actually is so interesting. So do stuff like that. And also just in general, going to operas is such an amazing vibe. For real, try it out. Then, still in summer break, I went on this Czech theater project thing. We were hiking for about a week. It was quite exhausting but really fun as well. We were playing those typical theater games in between breaks from hiking. Because we were hiking a lot, but it was really fun. And I met a lot of very, I guess in some way, wise people, which was pretty cool. Also, we were different age groups up to like, I think 27 or something. So it was really interesting to kind of see their perspectives on things, as well as the community of this theater project in general is very open-minded, I would say. So that was really cool. And right after that, my mom and I went to the Netherlands for our summer holidays for about a week. We pretty much doing very low energy stuff because I was being sick, probably because of the theater project, because it was, I don't know why it was that exhausting, but yeah, probably was very sick at that point during the theater project. But yeah, so I had to just recharge everything. It was still really nice to see the Netherlands a little, because I've never really been there before. Then it already meant preparing for Japan, because I was going to Japanese boarding school, to be exact, an international school, in October. I'm at the airport. I just said goodbye to my mom. One of the first things I noticed right from the airplane were the fall leaves. Like, the coloration of the leaves was insane, literally. I don't know how to describe it, but I've never seen anything similar before. As well as, when coming like out of the airport, there were a million snowbugs. They're basically like small kind of one-day flies, and yeah, if you were breathing, you were like literally breathing flies in. Another thing I was really impressed by was the train system, and in general the respect of people. Like, the trains were always punctual, they were going every 3 minutes, and it was just, everything was clean, even though there are no trash cans anywhere in Japan, literally. But yeah, you just have to carry your trash around. But it works, and people kind of keep their distance, but in a positive way. Right in my first week though, I got lost, and basically my phone wasn't working. I couldn't really speak the language, like choto, you know, a little. In the end, I ended up talking to two lovely ladies that led me back all the way, about like 15 to 20 minutes walk, which was amazing. And it turned out to be a very positive experience, because I'm still like chatting with those amazing people to this day. But yeah, that's kind of a story how to like turn everything around to positive ending and positive memory, which, you know, I think very powerful if you can do that. I mean, that's obviously not always possible, but sometimes it's just good to look at things with a different perspective. So yeah, and to give every single, at first glance, seemingly bad kind of circumstance a chance to turn out good. I started feeling home pretty quickly as well again, because I was surrounded by so many incredible people. For example, my roommate, or also in general, the weekend vibe at dorm was amazing. And yeah, I joined a lot of clubs. I was doing soccer, basketball, contemporary dance, and rock climbing, so quite a lot, and it was pretty intense after school, but so interesting. Also, I love that I had so many options of choice at this international school. Then after staying there for some months, winter break started, which was quite long, about 3.5 weeks. And at this time I was staying, because my boarding school was closed, dorm was closed, I was staying with a host family, and basically the family of a Japanese girl I met in New Zealand, which was amazing. So yeah, I also had this kind of more traditional Japanese experience, if that makes sense, and with them I was like staying in a different part of Japan, so I could also, you know, travel to other places at that point, and they were like taking me around and showing me a lot of like Japanese core culture, and it was amazing. Even though one thing, which was pretty good in the end though, but communication was very interesting, because, you know, the language barrier did exist, but it was pretty cool, because, you know, I learned a lot of Japanese there, and you know, that's how you learn, through like all of those challenges. Even though we couldn't communicate that well, you know, we still managed to do it in some way. And yeah, that's how you learn. Literally. Coming back from winter break also meant basketball tournament was coming closer. And I've never played basketball before, but yeah, it was so fun. We ended up being second, which was, yeah, quite unexpected to be honest. Yeah, it was a really fun experience because we were going to Yokohama for that, which is kind of next to Tokyo. So yeah, just going to Tokyo kind of with a school. We were doing a lot of fun activities with school, but also just like by ourselves, like the friends, you know? Sounds weird. But yeah, with school we were doing, for example, cross-country ski, ice skating, normal ski days, and snowshoeing because it was the right season. And yeah, my friends did, for example, karaoke, which is a big recommendation at that point. In Japan, karaoke, so good. We're also doing it at the dorm though. That was pretty cool. Like, dorm in general was really like a family, and yeah, I met the most amazing people I could ever imagine, and they're really close to my heart. Oh, and at this point, I gotta give a short shout out to all of the Japanese food, because jeez, it's so good. The stuff my host mom made was incredible, but also always like on the weekends we were always going out because we did not have dinner at dorm, which was pretty good actually. So we were always going out for dinner because eating out in Japan compared to most other countries I've been to, or most countries in Europe especially, is quite cheap, and it was amazing. Like the food was so good. The date I had to leave was coming closer every day though, and I was trying to mentally prepare for, yeah, having to say goodbye to all of those people I love from the deepest of my heart. And it's so, yeah, amazing to me how those relationships could form in like that short amount of time. But yeah, I'm just very thankful. And now, being back here in Germany, I don't really realize it yet that I am back. I just got back like a few days ago. One of my friends just brought me cake. It's one day before my birthday and I'm just like cutting the video right now. But bro, it's Japan. It's okay, I don't know if you can see from here, but it's Japan. Thank you so much, bro. So freaking cool. Yeah, I just wanted to share because it makes me really happy right now, and yeah. There still are some important things I just really want to address, and one of them is that I did travel a lot by plane this year, and I do know that I promote it by just basically showing you the places where I went to. But if there is another reasonable and suitable option for you, I would please want you to not take the plane and use other transportation methods. And yeah, I'm fully aware that sometimes that's not possible. I get that. I totally get that. I mean, I flew a lot. It's just better for the environment if there is another option to take that, you know? And yeah, another thing is that I am aware of all of my privileges. Probably not of all of them, because they're, you know, I have so many privileges probably that I can't even realize all of them, but I am incredibly thankful for all of the opportunities and experiences I was able to make this year, mostly because of the amazing people around me. And I'm really thankful for all of this and everything I was able to experience this year. But also, there's more to my life than all of this positivity, and I do not want to give you a whole like wrong projection of my life. And I can't share most of the stuff that happened in my life here in the internet, or like the negative stuff in my life. But yeah, that I just want you to know that there is more than all of this positivity and stuff like that, even though I'm still very thankful for it. But there is a lot more that happened in the past years, so just that you know. Yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day, that your day will continue to be as wonderful, and bye bye. Oh, also, I know that there's still a lot of room for improvement in this video. and like my cutting skills, everything basically, but learning by doing. So yeah.